Good morning, folks. This is BestInSlot with a really exciting update for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Frontier just announced the release date and the contents for that brand new free decorative update coming to celebrate the 30th anniversary for Jurassic Park. A ton of new stuff. We've got 5 different screenshots to showcase it. Really excited to dive into this with you. Let's take a peek. So we're going to start with their little bit of text to announce the update. Our free decorative update. We're pleased to be able to share some of the exciting new decorations you'll be able to incorporate into your parks with this update, which will be free to all Jurassic World Evolution 2 players and available from June 8th, so only 2 days away. On Thursday this week, you get access to the free update. From the iconic Le Gigante, I don't do good with French, okay? That's I'll show you that in a second if you don't know what that is, which is bound to fill your guests with nostalgic awe, to the original Jurassic Park fence, which you can now use to build your enclosure. There's something for every kind of Jurassic World Evolution 2 player. And yes, that is the Jurassic Park bunker you're seeing. Suspicious eye emoji. There's a selection of over 20 new decorations heading your way, which is a wild number, far more than I think most of us expected. You'll have to keep your eyes on the forums on June 8th for the full list, but sure you'll be able to spot a couple of your favourites in the images above. So let's do just that. We're going to kick off with this image. This was of course leaked last night by the Epic Games Store a little bit early. Someone got fired. One of the major discussions, and the only thing I want to bring up on that specifically, is a lot of people have been saying this is a new Rex skin. I think people are very eager to see a new Rex skin in a ILM screen accurate kind of way that people kind of keep going on about. I don't think this is a new Rex skin. I think we're just looking at lighting and that kind of difference, but you never know for sure. But I don't believe it's a new Rex skin. But let's focus on the decorations. We've got 3 new things to take a look at right here. The most prominent, of course, is our gigantic "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" archways. Fantastic art style. We've got this sort of jagged concrete, very reminiscent of the sort of the entranceway to the visitor center and the Jurassic Park aesthetic in general. We've got the flames, of course, from the Jurassic Park gates, and then "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth," fantastically hanging over the middle there, strapped up just like it would be in the film. You could put this, you know, it looks like it's being used as an archway over our paths, and this is something the game actually lacks anyway in general, so to have that as an addition would be really cool, to have archways. The fact that it has the classic banner and everything is even cooler. Now, if the banner could somehow fall down, that would be the cherry on top, but that's probably a little bit optimistic. It looks really good either way. I'm really happy with that one. That's going to be in every single park I build for the rest of the time. Over here on the left, we've got like a mini version of that as well. If you wanted a more subtle sort of sign version of it, you can see it is a signpost, but it's got a sort of slightly different aesthetic. It's more jagged and again has that sort of Jurassic Park sharp-edged concrete kind of feel to it. And then our little "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" flag. There is one more thing here though, as some eagle-eyed viewers pointed out. Over here we have a brand new path. Well, it's not brand new. It's the return of a path we had in Return to Jurassic Park. It's this kind of dirtied brown asphalt kind of aesthetic kind of thing. It's a little bit more low-key, it's a little bit more rugged in its appearance, I suppose, and it really suits Jurassic Park, which had a much warmer palette than Jurassic World does. So let's take a look at that mural. Isn't she a beaut? She looks fantastic. This is Le Gigante, which just makes me think of Resident Evil 4. So this is, of course, the mural that is visible at the back of the visitor center. You know, in the film, we'd have like a raptor pop up in the shadows over here somewhere. And this is the mural that's kind of branching the gap between the rotunda and the restaurant and then the kitchen at the back of the Jurassic Park visitor center. And it looks fantastic. Again, we've got the flames from the gates. We've got this sort of sharp aesthetic, concrete style. But the mural itself is really good. I believe this original image is very, very difficult to find. They must be out there in the archives somewhere. It's hard to get a good quality version of this right here. With our Velociraptor, our very classic, more like Robert Bakker Deinonychus, if nothing else, and then our Parasaurolophus over there on the left-hand side. Looks fantastic. Yeah, really excited to use this in game. I think that's going to look really cool. And you could build your own like mini outdoor restaurant sort of things. And actually, this is a little new addition as well. We've got this new table and chairs set. This is something we already had in the game, but they've clearly been changed to a more Jurassic Park restaurant sort of aesthetic. I think the path is different as well. This kind of cracked tile kind of look we've got here. You can see the lines going down it across here, so it's sort of separated into sort of square sections, which is unlike anything else we've got in the game so far. Right, next up we have the security bunker that Francesca was talking about in the original post. You get a little bit of a better look at the path there on the ground. Of course, this is a security bunker from Jurassic Park. From the first film, Muldoon is going to die over here somewhere. Ellie's going to run inside, and then she's going to find the arm, there you go, of Ray Arnold plonked onto her shoulder. So rendered really well. Looks like it's been ripped straight from the film with those vents and that big hardy sort of security metal gate, and again that angular aesthetic in the concrete that we're always looking for that Jurassic Park kind of feel. You could just stick a couple of fences at the side here, maybe put in one of your power stations over here on the left to build up the area, because there is something there in the film, and you'd have a really good facsimile of what we'd had in the original Jurassic Park. If you look here at the front door, you can see there's a gap in the path, as in the path is going like this and like this. It doesn't lead up to the door, which suggests that it is a decoration. This is a decorative update at the end of the day. It suggests this is a decoration rather than a functional replacement for our security bunkers, basically. But it looks great. Next up, really exciting going here. We've got tons of stuff. We've got the pylons, the Jurassic Park pylon there in the background, you know, with this thick double wiring and just, again, that sort of like hardier kind of aesthetic. We've got the Jurassic Park fence coming in, like so, with this sort of hanging transformer thingamajiggies with the double wires dropping down. When it said Jurassic Park fence, I was hoping for the sort of lilted fence that we have from the original T-Rex enclosure. I'd still love to see that added to the game someday, but still looks really good. A couple more fantastic things though. Over here, of course, we've finally got my beloved, I've been hyping this up so much recently and it's just come into the game. This is the Ranger vehicle gateway from the first film. You see them drive through this a couple of different times. You see Dennis Nedry drive through one. You see them enter the park through one at the very, very start of the film, near enough. It's got this really nice, classic, chunky kind of aesthetic to it as well, and very excited to see them drive through, and hopefully there's a gate there and there's a gate there, and they both open at the same time, and they have to drive through, and it just looks, yeah, it looks great. It's very Jurassic Park, and I don't love the gates in the game at the moment. This is going to really suit my sensibilities a lot better, but possibly not the most exciting thing, because all that's very exciting, very nice Jurassic Park aesthetic, looks great, but look at this. It's a freaking log, ladies and gentlemen. Log has finally happened. It's been how many years? It's been 5 years since we first thought, 6 years maybe, since we first thought we saw a log. And it turned out to be a Dilophosaurus. And then they said it wasn't a Dilophosaurus, but it was a Dilophosaurus. And it was a whole thing. We had the Logosaurus controversy on Twitter. And we have not had a log in all that time. But now we have a log. We've got this fallen tree. Looks really good. Ripped out of the ground. You can see the roots splaying out there on the right. It's all sort of a dried husk of a tree. From Jurassic Park, from the Tyrannosaurus Rex Gallimimus scene. Of course it is. Anyways, we have one more page. We've got one more page to go. The final one they just posted on their Twitter, so quality is a little bit different. Again, we can see the flooring there, and we've got this fantastic looking Jurassic Park rock sign, basically. I don't know how else you describe it. It's just a rock sign with the Jurassic Park logo chiseled into the side. More sign decoration is always appreciated. The combination of this and this reminded me of the Jurassic Souls Twitter user. But it looks really good. It's huge as well. I mean, look at it scale-wise compared to these teeny tiny little people. This is like 4 people tall. Okay, that was some of these people got quite small, but it's like 3 people tall. It's an impressive chunk of rock right there. Very suitable for Jurassic Park. Reminds me personally more of the Lost World Jurassic Park, especially the PS1 game, because it had very much that same aesthetic. But looks fantastic. Looks really good. And that is only, I mean, even if we count all the things we're seeing as decorations, you know, the path and the fence and everything like that, this is still a small number of the 20 plus we're going to see in the game. So really, really exciting times. 2 days away. We're going to see all this on the 8th. Just 2 days away. Cannot wait to dig into this, maybe make a mini park and just use this in all the future builds going forward, because I think this is some of my favourite stuff in the game. You know, I've always much preferred the Jurassic Park aesthetic, and Frontier have really, really nailed that chunky, utilitarian kind of aesthetic that Jurassic Park carries really well. I mean, that is a beautiful thing right there. It's a beautiful thing. All I want back, I want Big Tree. Where's my Big Tree? There it is. That's Big Tree. But yeah, it looks really good. The bunker's fantastic. That is, I think, a work of art right there. And then those archways constantly going to be in use constantly. Cannot wait. What aspects of this update are you most excited about based on what we've seen so far? Is there anything else you would like to see that we haven't seen so far? Let me know about that in the comment section down below. How excited are you for the free update? I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. Throw me a like down below if you are excited. That was all in a terrible order. It's very early in the morning for me. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye.